Chaos creates uncertainty. Control creates focus, and focus creates results. All right. Hey, what's happening, everybody? So nice to see you. If your camera's not on, do me a favor, turn it on. Jason Cummins, got you covered, brother. I know you're there. If you got to navigate on and off, perfectly fine. John Davis, my man, miss you, brother. Nice to see you. Who else is in here? Mr. Hank Hayes in the house. Tim, what's going on? Mike M, nice to see you, brother. Anna Harris, nice to see you. Jacob, what's up? Kevin Whalen, what's going on? All right, so you guys, Sylvia. All right, so everybody here, like, okay, so we all got some chaos, clearly, right? Because you wouldn't show up if you didn't have a little bit of chaos. Everyone else that we don't see, do me a favor. Let's don't be shy. Unless you're naked, do me a favor. Cameras on, cameras on. We're going to have a good time. Make sure you got pen and paper, all right? I'm going to talk with you, not at you. So I want to make sure in the chat bar we could communicate back and forth. Jim Clark, what's happening? Mitch Russo in the house. Stephanie, what's going on? John, nice to see you. AJ, what's up? Steven, what is going on? Man, we got a party. You guys, I know almost everybody here. You don't know everybody. So you'll have to take my word that like we have a whole bunch of badasses on here. Travis, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. Ryan, what's happening? Okay, let's dig in. Now, tell me if this is the coolest, baddest. Did anybody feel like this picture? Come on. There we go. Did anybody feel like this this picture at all today? Did anybody have a day like that? Like, tell me in the chat bar. Or did you ever feel like this before? Yeah, like this is like lava man stuff right here. And so today's all about the control the chaos method. All right. And this is going to be really exciting. It's going to be about a lot of stuff that I learned about chaos I had, controlling chaos today. And I do want to let you know, I'm not going to be one of those people here sitting telling you like, you know, those guys that go on stage, they talk and you're like, they act like, you know, all they do is like crap unicorns and butterflies and stuff. Like that's not me. Like I understand chaos real time. So I'll share a bunch of that with you. Now, if you want the replay of this, I'll assume you do. Just type in replay in the chat bar if you're going to want the replay. And then I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. All right, here we go. And Aaron, I don't know if there's a way. And guys, I have a whole team here. I got Aaron on. I got my beautiful wife, Jennifer, on. I have Catherine on. I'm my powerful son, Michael, on. We got a whole powerful team here. You know what, Aaron? I'm wondering can we like pop a link that if they wanted to just like hit up one of their friends and be like, your ass better be on this now, man. Like, could we give them a link in the chat bar or something? Maybe just give them the Zoom link or something. But here's the deal. Like this Facebook group, I want you to go here, okay? Go here. And if you're not in that Facebook group, get in the group because that's where we're going to post the replay. But I'm only leaving it in that group for 72 hours. So it's going to do a drive-by. It's going to be there for some viewing, and then we're moving it on, okay? I don't want it just to sit out there in that world. So Catherine has put a Zoom link if you want to tag a whole bunch of your friends or throw it in your Facebook, and also the link to the Facebook group, okay? Also, this is another link I want to give you. Has anybody read my Mind Power book yet? Type in Mind Power if you read it, and tell me, like, is it really good? Don't bull crap me though. Like, don't bullshit me, please. Like, is it really good? Because it's really good, right? Like, it's one of those, all right, Travis says, yeah, like you got to read it again. And if I was to give you a suggestion and realize like, man, I send more books for free than like, we don't make nothing on books, right? Like you don't make, we're not in the making money off book stuff like people. But I will tell you, if you want a secret sauce, get the book, if you're like have a company or a group of people and you want to raise their mind and thinking, Like buy a book and do like a book, like 1 hour a week and discuss it chapter by chapter. And if you really dig in with a group of people, like if you're in a EO group or a BNI, or, you have a business group of like 20 people, and I know you're working really hard on mind power, hit me up. And long as I know you're working hard with a group of people, I'll see if I can pop on for, 30 or 45 minutes and do a special, like, boom, power dump in the world. Would that be cool? Type in cool. And there will be no charge for it. Long as I could fit it in my schedule, I'll come in and do it for you guys. Okay. I made a commitment this year. Anything I do virtually, there's not going to be no charge for it. I do normally virtually get $10,000 an hour. I do have a speaking gig coming up that I'm getting like $20,000 for an hour, but it's a total give back to the world. So make sure. And if you don't know anybody, look, if someone doesn't have the free book, Catherine, stick this link in again. Like, give the link to somebody. They could get it free digitally, and I think you pay shipping for the book to come. And if we raise everybody's mind, you don't have to worry about the economy and the chaos of the economy, because we'll completely deviate from that thing. We'll move that thing. Okay. Don't worry about copyright. Here's the thing about this. This training is a life training about chaos to help you enhance your life and get results in all areas of life. It's not a business training. Just clear. I don't do the business stuff no more. I don't do the marketing, sales, operation systems. If you want that stuff, if you're in a service industry, I have a company I still have some equity in called CEO Warrior. Get your ass over there. They'll help you grow your service company. If you want to grow your life, and you know that in order to 10x anything, you have to 20x yourself, you're in the right place. That's the world I live in, right? Me and my whole team. And one of my greatest awakenings was that I discovered is, in order to have bigger business, bigger wealth, bigger everything, you have to have a bigger life. And I think this is a fresh picture. I think my beautiful wife and I just took this picture the other day. And if you want to know the secret sauce to this, building a $32 million business, building the largest training and implementation organization out there. Pretty much, I've created, I believe, more wealthy decamillionaires in the last 15 to 18 months than I think any other organization out there. And if anybody thinks that's true, can you give me a big boom in the chat bar? Maybe throw a couple $signs in that sucker or something. So, and little disclaimer here, look, everything I share with you is just feedback from me. Okay. It's my wisdom, my knowledge. I'm not here to give you medical advice, professional advice, legal or financial advice. I'm not your therapist. You have to do your own due diligence. Okay. So you're clear on that. Also, though, massive results, like, we're going to give you insight, you apply it. Therefore, we're not responsible for your massive success. We're going to give you wisdom. You're going to dig and do the work. You're going to get results. You're going to let us know. We're going to fist pump you. Okay. That's how it's going to roll here. And this is a little bit about the chaos in the world. And you tell me, like, if you think it's like true, like you're dealing with this, or you know someone dealing with this chaos, you could just like abbreviate and just put like a T in the chat bar. But like politics, right? A little bit of chaos, global strife. Yep. Economic uncertainty. Okay, we're going to talk about this tonight. Remove chaos from your mind. Ultimate certainty. Ultimate certainty. Okay, I'm not going to say this because I need you to say good things about me or anything. Not even impressed with myself. I just want to say it to make some kind of point. And you could tell me how you feel, but I believe that I work really hard. Not all of my life. Sometimes I fall off the edge too. But I'm just going to tell you, I hope I show up for all of you when you meet me or we spend time with a sense of certainty, not a sense of like floating. Inflation, okay, so what? Big deal. Who cares, right? Gas prices, a little bit of chaos. Everybody's talking about it. Social media, a little bit of chaos on social media. We have relationship chaos. Okay, anybody? Can I get a yes? Yeah. Okay, I got some hands up. Thank you for your honesty, right? And relationship chaos is like relationship confusion. Now I'm going to drop some things, and when I drop it, maybe you'll do like mic drop or put something in the chat bar to let me know. Just remember, here comes one of them. The chaos in your relationship starts with the chaos inside of you. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. The chaos in your relationship starts with the chaos inside of you. And you're like, nope, you don't get it, Mike. Not in my world. She's crazy. And the woman's like, no, you don't get it. He's an idiot. No. The chaos is inside of you. Then there's family chaos, right? So if you have children, young children, sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, moms, dads, elderly parents, chaos comes in. And then there's the fun health chaos, right? It's like me, COVID, fist fight in the octagon, right? Like I had COVID, it's a while ago now, but man, like we went to war against each other. I knew I was going to win, but we went to battle. And then there's money questions or money chaos. Like, have any of you had a fight about money in your relationship before? Type in like something to let me know. Did you ever have that argument? Like, what do you mean? And where's it going? And we can't pay for this, but you want to get what? You want to go where? And then there's just general life chaos. And this is why I hope you're here, because you don't want to be like this guy, right? Where he's just like feels like he's going to pop. Have you ever, hey, Arthur, hey, Zach, did you ever feel like you're going to pop? I mean, I felt it plenty of times. I mean, look, I had 200 employees, 32 million a year, 165 trucks. We crashed into the same effing bridge like 8 or 9 times. Like I understand. I've had 5 employees start their own company twice and leave me. General manager started his own company, tried to steal employees. Like I get it. Chaos has no invitation. If that's true, type in true. Like Kevin Hill, what's up, brother? Chaos has no invitation. It never gives a warning. It's not like, hang on, David. You see the flare? Chaos is coming. No, it doesn't have. You wake up one morning and you're like, what the heck just happened? Okay. And for some of you that might be new in my world, I got to set a baseline. That those of you that already know me and love me, like just listen to it again. All right. That's me, right? There's a lot of chaos when you're out in the world. I'm an electrician by trade, like pulling wires. We call it when any of you that are trades type people, can you relate to when good jobs go bad? Type in bad in the chat bar. Can any of you relate to this? It's like, oh my goodness. It's like, oh, it's 2:00. We're going to finish early. And then everything blows up, right? I get it. This is me when I'm young. This is me bidding jobs. And that's me and my beautiful wife right there. So it's how it started out. You're here because I think you think I figured out a little bit. And I did. But I didn't wake up enlightened, right? Like I trained a lot on understanding the power of thinking, the power of energy, the ability to create with your mind. And I'm not talking about The Secret stuff, the movie The Secret. I'm not talking about like sitting there going, I see money, I see money. You do that and you don't move forward, you'll die there thinking you're seeing money, right? And I know what it's like. I figured out how to navigate with the family dynamics. I didn't get it perfect, but I worked really hard at it. And I know what it's like to think a lot. And I know what it's like to be around a lot of badass, smart people that I was able to listen to and say, okay, this makes sense for me. And this is a little snapshot of my life today, right? It's me and my beautiful wife. There's my son. If you see him here, he's got a bigger beard now. Combat expert, teaches people martial arts, probably has some students on here. If any of you want to get physical fit, even at a distance, great. There's my daughter, Caitlin. She's a yoga instructor, runs her own yoga stuff. So like in my world, today, walking down to the beach with my wife in the morning, living my best life ever. This right here, being on with all of you, is living my very best life ever, just so you know, serving all of you tonight. And this is what it will create. So you have to ask yourself, and I want you to think about this and like just take the mask off tonight. Okay. I know so many of you here, no one's impressed with what you did, and you're not here to show anybody anything. We're just here to be real. Just be real. How many of you know there's another level for yourself? Just type in another level there. You know there's another level. right? And how many of you know that the thing keeping you from another level is a form of chaos inside of yourself, right? Type in chaos, right? There's a form of chaos. When I learned how to remove the chaos from myself, that's when I was able to grow a $32 million business. But you could grow a business and not sell a business. You could grow a business big and have massive chaos. Unless you create control, you're not going to sell a business because, well, you'll sell it. It's just going to be at a damn discount because people buy chaos at a discount. They buy control at a high dollar. And that's what we did here. Control, high dollar, high EBITDA. Not compared to today. You know, I got clients on here that got a higher multiple than me. And then here, in order to go and lead, lead a world like this, hey, Sherry, to lead a world of men and women in service industries, the way I did the last 7+ years of taking people from struggling, confused, and helping them create them into powerful humans. That's what I did as CEO Warrior and teaching them marketing, sales, operations, systems. If anybody's on here and you're in a service company and not in that world, hit me up and let me know. I do believe that chaos is the first step about it is you need to improve you before you need to improve anything else. If you agree, type in agree. And let me make my point a little bit here. You could read every book, every training, every video program, every guru in the world. But if you did not invest in evolving your human self, all that information could only sit at the ledge of your current capacity. Period. I'm around people and they want to brag to me. They go, oh, I've read over 1,000 books the last 5 years. And I'm like, and then what happened? Like, you're doing like $5 million. I mean, okay, that's cute. I don't mean to offend any of you. I'm like, it's cute. It's cool. It's a puppy dog. It's a cute puppy dog. Why are you not 10, 20 million? Oh, I don't want it. Big company, big problems. I said, who told you that? Is that what that? Let me tell you, big company, big legacy exit. If anybody wants to give me a boom for that, you can. Let me just break the paradigm. No, not big company, big problems. Big company only has big problems because you're not good yet. Is it okay? Is it okay if I give the hurtful truths? Or some of you new people that might be new in my world, do you want me to sing Kumbaya? Give it like, I'm so clear that if you're in my world, like if you don't like intensity, I kindly understand it and I'm not offended at all. Please, I'm not offended. Like I'm sure there's a training. You can hang on with someone else for free tonight. They'll talk about butterflies and unicorns and Skittles, but you're not going to move forward that way, right? You're not going to move forward that way. I'm here to put change, to help transform the way you're thinking because you want to go to the next level. And you know, I'm here with you because I know you can. Right? You know, I'm not here because like I need something. I don't need something from anybody. I sold 2 huge empire-sized companies last 5 years. I'm here because I need everybody in my world around me connected to me to grow to the next level so their life is more amazing than they ever imagined. That's what I want. That's what I want. And look, here's all kinds of cool stuff. So yes, cool things. This is the coolest thing. Okay, it's in order. Me and my wife over 3 decades. That's cool. A lot of people right now have resistance in their relationship and stuff. If you don't improve that chaos, forget it. Everything else tumbles down. It's like it's the final Jenga block. You pull that sucker, it's like they all crash, right? Martial arts creates focus, business building. You know, I'm losing count of books, but we got more coming out there. Enough about that. And just so you know, I'm not one of those. And I like that everybody helps somebody. I think everybody has value. I'm just not a has-been. Do you know what a has-been is? It's like, the has-been is like, did that, done that, don't do nothing. I'm in the game. You guys get it? Like I'm in the game every day. Yeah, I'm serving you guys. And I'm here through FuDog. We're changing the way people think, the way they live, the way they think about everything. Human performance at the highest level, peak potential at the highest level. But I'm in the game here. Like, right? I invest in companies. We take equity in companies. We're building empires. So I'm not a has-been. And that's important for you to know, because if you're going to hang around people that are not done. Do you know who wants to retire? Type in the chat bar, who? Like, talk with, be like, who, Mike? Who wants to retire? People that hate what they've been doing. That's it. The only person who wants to retire is they hate what they're doing. Like, I'm level 52. If you want to say what level you are, that's age. You could type in the chat bar, but don't like, we don't know if it's true or not. But I'm level 52. I'm just not even warmed up. I'm not even warmed up. I'm not even close to warmed up. I'm hoping I'll be warmed up by the time I'm 75. I think I might be warmed up then. By the time I'm 100 plus, I should be at maybe full capacity. My wife's like, oh man, are you going to stop slapping my ass when you're like 100 and something? The answer is no, I'm not. My wife was wearing a bikini today and I turned like 15 years old again, you know? My son's got to deal with that in the house, you know? Okay, so we're making a huge impact. That's why I'm glad you're here. You're here because you're now part of helping impact 1 million people or more, 100 countries or more in a decade or less. That's what we're going to do. And yeah, Kevin Arrington said cool stuff. Jay, do you know who Jay Abraham is? Type in Jay. You know who he is? He's the highest paid consultant on earth, right? So like, I take what he says as value. Now we got to dig in because we got work to do here. Okay, we got work to do. Number one, and feel free to, take a snapshot of this or something. Draw the diagram, share it with your family tonight. Take the recording and share it with your teams or people you know. This is not like some secretive thing. I want it to get to the world to help people. And you're always on a spectrum, just so you know, between chaos, control, and freedom, right? Chaos, control, and freedom. And like, there's a meter here of where you're moving, Now, when you're in control, that means you're heading to your life of design. Write in life by design. Life by design. My wife and I on the beach this morning, life by design. Tomorrow, I will tell you, we are going to the clothing store tomorrow. Okay, Mitch, this is like pre-chaos in my mind. I'm telling my wife, like, we're going to one place. She's like, yeah, like the mall and this other store. And I'm like, oh my God, no, we're going to go to one. She's like, yeah, just the mall and the other store. So like, there's chaos until I turn it into freedom. Like, okay, well, I'm going to spend time with my wife. We're going to go in there. I'm probably going to be silly. I'm probably going to talk to some strangers and try to help them in the middle of the mall, right? And we're going to make good time. But you have to understand where are you in the meter? And there's a lot of parts of it, like your health, your relationship, right? There's all different levels of this. But first, you got to have a meter to understand, where are you on the meter? Where are you? And if you want to share in the chat bar, like, where are you on the meter now? Do you have total chaos, a little chaos? Do you have chaos in some areas of your life? Do you have ultimate freedom? Or do you know you're moving towards freedom? A little chaos? Okay. Everybody's a little different. Remember, there's no judgments here. The more true you are, the more you're going to be able to move forward. Okay. And we built a chart for you guys. And Aaron, was there something they could download too, or no? Did I see that?
Unfortunately, I didn't build one to download.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Just draw the columns or take a picture of this. And here's what you have. We helped you like past chaos and future chaos. Now, why does past chaos? I need you, like, everybody, like, let me take this off a minute. I need you to sit up. Okay, sit up. If you're not on camera, get on camera so we don't feel weird, like you're, naked or making faces at us. And let me show you something. Thank you, everybody. What I'm going to go through right now, because I can see you, is I want you really, really present, because I'm going to talk about past chaos and how past chaos creates present chaos. You think, okay, Travis, John Davis, you think that current chaos is based off of current events. No, not true. Current chaos is always connected to some time of past chaos. Right, Patrick? All right, now I'm going to dig back in now that I see all of you. Okay. Here we go. So now, if you look at this, past chaos. My parents were worried about money. Type in the chat bar, parents, if any of you had parents that constantly were worried about money all the time. Like, hey, there's not enough, and like, we're a shortage, and the cost of food, and da-da-da. Well, how does that equate to your future chaos? I'm consistently thinking about my income in the economy. Really think to yourself, are you really that much further ahead in your chaos than your parents' chaos, or have you carried their chaos forward in your life? Most of the time, you carry their chaos forward into your life because it was a model for you. And unless you did specific trainings, it's going to be with you. Now, what about this one? My grandmother complained all the time. Okay, did anybody have somebody in your life, maybe today or in the past, constant complainer? Type in complaining in the chat bar. And those of you who participate in the chat bar, thank you. I always have a phrase. You might want to write it down. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Write that down real quick. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Now, let me give you the second phrase, Silvio. Ready? The way you do anything is the way your team or anybody you work with does everything. The way you do anything is the way your team does everything. Now, your grandmother complains all the time, and guess what? You have the chaos. I expect things to go wrong, right? That's your future chaos. Your future chaos, your current chaos, is from your past chaos. Because if you were born, okay, let's say, and you guys will answer this for me. And if you guys think you got me a little excited, like, can you type in excited? Do you have me a little excited tonight? Let me make an example. If I had a newborn baby, yeah, jacked, right? So if you had a newborn baby and you have lots of chaos inside your life, ready? Lots of chaos. And I took a baby and put the newborn baby in front of the chaos. Does the baby know anything about chaos? The answer is no. Baby knows nothing. Baby's just like, what? Like, I don't understand what's happening. Grandma's complaining, like, I don't know. But now, have any of you had any of your parents teach your kids not great things? Type in like not great things. Does that happen? Like you drop off your kids at the parents' house, they come back and they start saying stuff and you're like, oh, I see you are hanging out with grandpa or grandma, right? So that's how this happens. So I want you really to understand the model here is the past chaos equals the present chaos, which will only become the future chaos unless you completely redesign yourself. You have to come in. My parents never see my kids. Okay, because you're worried about it, maybe, because you're worried about it. All right, let's go. Now, tell me what your let me flip back. Tell me what your big takeaway is from this meter in the chart. What's your big takeaway that you heard so far? Something that you have to think about, you got to start doing different, a new understanding. You got to give me feedback because I want to make sure I deliver to you what I need to, not just what I want to. I've been programmed a certain way. Yes. Until you become the programmer. What else we got here? New understanding, finding out where I am. Need to break. Yes. Change the thoughts. My inner child needs a hug. Yeah, I get it. Chaos is a product of confusion. All right. Are you guys getting value already? Type in value if you're like getting value. Okay. Because if you've been in my world, you know that I'm here just to deliver massive value for you guys. Okay. And also, Catherine, type the Zoom link again in case anybody now, maybe they're new in my world and they're like, oh man, now I'm going to get someone else on here. First, I didn't know if this tattoo guy is just a wacko, but now I know he's crazy, but has value, and they might want to send out the link. Strategy number 2, present chaos. Present chaos is a choice. Okay. You can choose in any moment whether to move towards chaos or freedom. It looks like this. You come in and all of a sudden there's like a little meter. It's like, hang on, choice. But you have to have an awakening to have the choice, because if you're just driven by habits and patterns, then you don't have a choice. Your habits and patterns take over. If you consciously say, tomorrow, I'm going to brush my teeth with my left hand instead of my right, I'll break the pattern. But that's because you made a conscious decision, right? But here's the choice. And if you guys could think about this, you're like, okay, somebody comes in. Let's use a business example because it's an easy one. Someone comes in and they quit. Chaos happens. You have a choice. You could go here, right? Let me change that color here. You could go down here and it's like chaos, uncertainty, overwhelm, crazy, confusion. It's like, what do you mean? It's summertime. You're quitting on me now? Or I'm like this in my world. I'm like, oh, thank you for quitting. Perfectly fine. Certainty. You're out of our way now. You clearly were not invested in the company. Wish you the best of luck. Clarity, control, and power. Boom. And I'll share an example. I had my sales manager, install manager, a whole bunch of managers, and 5 of them started their own business and quit. And the next day, everybody came in, and I went into such a state of certainty. AJ, I put balloons through the whole building. And the employees came in, what are we celebrating? I said, oh, it was like ding dong, the witch is dead, right? Like certainty. Like, did you think what happened was going to stop a freight train? No, we let some passengers off and we went fucking faster. Yeah, but so you have a choice. And those of you that are new in my world, sometimes I get cranked up and curse a little bit. You just say prayers for me tonight. I promise you I'm so fine in my life. So if it bothers you, just like change the word from F to like frig or something. Okay. My grandmother once told me, I said, frig that. She said, it means the same thing. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'll just say the F word. What the heck, right? So you have a choice here now of where you want to live, where you want to go. How many of you type in useful if you see this simple diagram as a very useful reminder of how you want to move, how you want to live forward, move forward, right? Great reminder. And this might be something like, I mean, you probably should make a poster of this and put it in your house on the fridge and tell your children, like, you have a choice. Like you could have chaos in your life, uncertainty, overwhelm, right? Confusion, or you could choose a sense of certainty. If you embody certainty with skill, you can create anything you want. I am certain that no matter what gets thrown at me, I am going to figure something out. I'm going to do the very best I can. All right, here we go. Number 3. All right, I'm hitting you with a little color here on this one. Chaos is a perception. It's a perception. Okay. Now, how do we break the cycle? We're going to be going through stuff, John. We're going to be going through stuff. So your chaos or control is a reflection of how you perceive the world. Whether you want more chaos or freedom is a matter of perception. Okay. Watch perception. This is going to flip you real quick. Some of you in my world, you're going to go to the right real quick. Some of you not in my world, you're going to go to the left real quick. The right side is going to be like, let's say it's an upside, the left side to downside. Okay. 2023, where we're heading in the world. Amazing opportunity or crap show? Type it in. Opportunity or crap? Opportunity, amazing opportunity. All right. Looks like we got a lot of people to write. Okay, this is perfect. Huge opportunity, opportunity. Could be either. Opportunity. Yeah. But guess what? Only opportunity based on perception. On perception. Now, most of the world, what do they think is going to happen next year? What do they think? Opportunity or crap? What do you think? I mean, interest rate is up, inflation. There's going to be more food shortages probably. Some people, that's horrible. Other people like opportunity. Now, here's an image of the world. Okay, here's an image of the world. See this? And like, there's two sides here. And once you get to like what you see, like when you look at the image of the world, it's like what you see. But then when we go here to number 3, it's what you think about what you see. What you think about what you see. And then when we go to number 4, it's how you feel about what you think. So let's look at it. Ready? The world, gas prices. I think to fill my truck the other day was $175. What do you see? $175. What do you think about what you see? Okay, I guess that's cost $175. How do I feel about it? Well, I don't feel anything because how do you make gas prices mean nothing? Answer it for me. A bunch of you are in my world. How do you make gas prices mean nothing? Yeah, make more money. Now, I'm really glad when I pay the $175 that I don't live in a day where I had to sit on a horse. Like, I'm glad I didn't have to ride a horse for like 50 miles in 3 weeks and carry stuff. And like, I'm really glad. Well, now I'm glad we have an RV, me and my wife, this little scope. It's compact. So we have like a cool looking van. It's got a bathroom in it. Like, I'm glad, like, I don't have to ride a horse. And then if I have to take a crap, I have to go find a tree. Now that gas allows me to drive in a vehicle to get somewhere faster, to get somewhere with air conditioning, to get somewhere with radio. And I listen to trainings. You can't have like 5 people on a horse, but I could have my family in a vehicle, right? So when I think the perception of that, of what you see is like, okay, it is what it is. Write this down. Chaos gets destroyed when you remove the emotion from the chaos. Let me say it again, and you better give me a boom in the chat bar. Chaos gets destroyed when you remove the emotion from the chaos. When you remove the emotion of like, oh my God, so bad, horrible, the world's falling apart. I'm like, I don't know, blue sky down here. And what's interesting is, like, let's say this is the sun here. This is the sun. Ready? And this is how people are different. Remember, and a lot of you heard me say it, there's no right and wrong. There's no good and bad. There's no positive and negative. It's only the definition. But one person looks at this and goes, oh, sunny day. I love sunny days. They're warm and I'm going to go tan. Someone else looks at that and goes, that's a fire. People are burning. Right? Perception. Perception. You get to choose your perception of this world. Of this world. Okay. Tell me, before we move on, tell me what's resonating with you today. Like, because are you feeling a little bit of a shift? You feeling a little bit of power coming in? You feeling a little bit of change? Are you saying to yourself, man, I'm the creator of chaos and now you see opportunity? Give me number 4. We're going to number 4. Oh, number 4, how you feel about it. Yes. Confirmation. Nice, Jim. Perception's your reality. I'll let chaos pull me off track. Knocks your wheels right off. Train derails. right? Train derails. I have a choice. That's right, Jacob. Okay, let's go for number 4. I love this diagram here. Okay. So people enter chaos. All right. People enter chaos. Here we are. They get caught in the maze of chaos. So tell me if this is like your day, your week, your month, your year, and some of you a decade. Like I've been talking to a lot of people lately because they've been joining my Freedom Tribe, and all the time they have most of the people in my world are like business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, COO, higher level kind of thinkers, movers, shakers. And 2 people this week said, reference 2008. Here's what 2008 was. And if you lived through 2008, type in 2008. It was the recession. They said it was closest thing to a Great Depression. You entered the maze and you like got lost in the maze of chaos. And like I called it back then in 2008. I was alive, but too young. Okay, Ryan, nice job. You looked at all our levels. Okay, Ryan's like, young thoroughbred here. But let me just tell you how it was, Ryan. Okay, here's how it was. You entered the maze and you got lost. People got completely lost. And then it was like the Great Purge. That's what I called 2008 back then. I said, it's the Great Purge. It literally was eliminating companies off the planet. But you do have a choice. You could just do this. You could just do this. Like, hang on. I'm not going to go in the maze of chaos. I'm just going to go right around the future and freedom. It's like everybody's in the middle and they're going nuts in here. They're all over the place. They're crashing into each other, right? Making a big mess. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm going to go around it. Okay, there's a book. There's certain times in the last couple decades that I told people, this is a book. You reread it again. I don't care what you do. Who knows the book? See if you're in tune with my mind. Some of you have been in my world a while. You know the book I'm going to say. It's like this. There you go. Chuck's the winner. No. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? If you have it, dig it off the shelf, read it again. This number 4 is about who moved my cheese right here. That kept me from never having a down year, never having a flat year, and the least amount I made every year in business was $1 million. That's the least amount more I added to my company. You want to read it and make sure you know how it relates to you. That's number 4 right there. Okay. Number 5, the cost of chaos. I want you really to think about this one now. If you have red, okay, this is a life wheel. Now, most people have a life wheel and they have 10 on the outside and 1 on the inside. I don't believe that's correct, okay? I believe 10's on the inside, and I want you to write this down. Nothing happens externally until it happens internally. Nothing happens externally until it happens internally. Okay? Now, when you're on the inside and everything's right and you don't have chaos in the inside, then you could stay and working with this realm. We want people to stay green. This is what we use this. We call this the life wheel stoplight system in the Freedom Tribe, because when you hit yellow, you have to make attention. If you hit red, we always say if you're red, you're close to being dead there. Now, tell me this. You're going to answer for me. If I have chaos, so partner in love, that's relationship. If I have chaos in my relationship, husband, wife, partner, tell me what areas of this life wheel will be affected. If anybody ever have an argument like 9 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night with their wife or husband, tell me what parts of the wheel are going to be affected. All of them. There's only one answer. All of them. Let's use another example. Okay. Let's go over here to health health and fitness. Now, let's say that my health gets hit by something that I don't want, I didn't expect, I didn't work to prevent it if I could. When health gets knocked down, what areas go into chaos in your life? Tell me in the chat bar. All of them. All of them. So, do you know the term like crap soup? Okay, let me tell you what crap soup looks like. And then some of you are going to tell me if you have crap soup. There's no judgments here. I promise I had plenty of crap soup. Well, if my health is in the gutter, I'm not learning, my relationship's fighting, I don't like my friends, I'm not having any fun and recreation, and I can't stand what I do. This is a lot of chaos, which is called like chaos crap soup. Do any of you have any chaos crap soup? Just write crap or chaos or whatever you want. Yeah, right. But see, if you understand that the crap, someone told me a great example one time. They said, so you got a big bucket of water, right? A big bowl of soup. And they said, you take a big hunk of crap and you put in it. What is it? I said, it's crap. He said, okay, good. We agree on that. He said, but if I just take a little piece of crap, and you guys answer, I just take a little like on the end of this pen of crap and I put it in the soup. What's the soup now still? What is it? Yeah, it's still crap soup. A little bit or a lot, it's still crap soup. You don't want to eat it no more. And I think that's a really good analogy, because if you have a little bit of crap in your relationship, and a little bit of crap, in trying to get wealth, then you have crap soup, and that's what we want to stop. What's your big takeaway from this section right here? Strategy 5, the cost of chaos. And just so you know, a little bit, this is what causes divorces. This is what causes, and I said it to someone today, like if your relationship's not growing together, it's growing apart. If your relationship's not pulling together, it's pulling apart. I don't know anybody that doesn't grow and their relation gets stronger. And I'm doing this 3 decades now. Over 3 decades, I'm working in some form of somebody's mind, thinking, power. I've never seen it. So as you look at this, make sure you ask yourself, like, where am I? And now I program. So you're going to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I can't believe it. I woke up dreaming of crap soup. But I want to make it impactful. So you're like, okay, maybe silly, but makes sense, right? If there's a little bit of crap in one area, you have chaos, and that chaos bleeds into all areas, okay? Into all areas. All right, let's go for number 6 here. All right, tools to remove chaos. It's pretty simple for some things, and it's a little complex for others. 1, define, and write this down, define the chaos with clarity. Clarity. Like I'm talking about what you see, what you think, how it feels, how it looks. Like, what is the chaos? Most people know there's chaos. They never stop a minute to define it. You cannot, ready? And are you guys writing, like, how many pages of notes do you have already? Tell me in the chat bar. Like, are you getting some notes? You cannot solve what you cannot define. Okay, Travis got 7 pages already. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear you guys are getting knowledge. You cannot solve what you cannot define. You can't. You have to define it. I see it. I recognize it. I understand it. This is what it does to me. This is what it makes me feel like. This is the concerns it gives me. This is the anxiety it gives me. Remember, anxiety is nothing more a lot of times than predicting a future or resonating to a subconscious thought of some kind that's being triggered or being energized. That's what's happening there. Now, once we define it, let's evaluate it. Let's really get, how many of you, let's see how, we're like 50 minutes in here. Let's see how truthful we could be with each other. How many of you know you have something to evaluate and you just been avoiding it like the plague? You've been avoiding it. You know you have to define it. Thank you for your honesty, everybody. Because the fact that you're saying, I know I've been avoiding it, is now you know the consequence of avoiding it. Here's the consequence right here. Whatever you're avoiding is causing chaos in all areas of your life, not one. Right? Crap soup here. And when you do that, it is very hard to go to the next level of wealth. You know, when you look at things like this, when I train martial arts, my son trains people in martial arts, we want to put them in the most complex chaos situation they could deal with safety, to the point their heart has to race, but then we can talk through the feelings of chaos. Because when you're dealing, and Hank's on here, so Hank knows that, when you're dealing in, and Hank does it, Hank does a training that pressure tests you too. It's crazy. I'll share that another time. When you're dealing with chaos, and now you have to function, if you have not been trained in chaos, you'll self-destruct. That's what's called mental breakdowns, physical breakdowns, because you want to take, when you blow up a balloon, ready? Here we go. Okay, the balloon's this big. I'll let the air out. Balloon bigger or smaller? Type it in. The balloon bigger or smaller? It's bigger. It's bigger. Now, if I'm in the midst of a chaos and I blow it and it goes pop, that's when you destroyed a whole bunch of things. So step one, define. Step two, evaluate. Step three, we have to find a way to shift past it. Easily said than done. Easily said than done. Some things you could go, okay, I don't like that the newspaper, if you get a newspaper or something delivered to your house, I don't like that the person throws it on the porch and it's in the snow. Well, okay, I could shift past that. Cancel the damn thing. We're done. We're done. But if it's something from a past model in your life, right? And it's something you've been conditioned by your parents, something you've been conditioned by the environment, by the world, you can't easily go, I'm just changing it, because it's in the software system. It's in the software system. But this is a great model just for you to start to get real with things. And if you were, without telling me or pointing out anybody here, what's one area in your life that you know you have to define some version of chaos? Is it family, relationship, health, your spiritual belief, wealth, your company? What is it? Career, perfect. Business, perfect. Company, got it. Business, you'll see a lot of business stuff because we have a lot of entrepreneurs and business builders. Company, right. Family. But now that you know this, now we could start to get real with it. Hey, Nathaniel, Emily, what's happening, guys? Nice to see you guys. Okay. Here we go. Strategy number 7, your ideal world. Okay. Your ideal world is one mind growth shift away from chaos towards freedom. What does this mean? Okay. If I scroll back and a lot of you say business is a problem, it's because your mind has not grown past the ability to reprocess a new solution. Same thing for family. You can only evolve things to the capacity of your own mind's capacity, period. There is no go. That's why, if I said in the beginning, you could have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't raise the capacity of who you are, the knowledge either sits stagnant or just floats away. All of you are extremely brilliant. Every one of you, and I say this all the time. Okay, pause 1 minute. I want you to just take a deep breath a second. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Just think of something in your future you want. Something big. Don't be safe. Something big. I want my company to 10 times. I want my bank account to 20 times. I want to live all over the world. Think of whatever it is. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. I just want you to think about it. Okay, ready? Here's the deal, Jacob. It's already created. Okay, Kevin, Travis, it's already created for you. You're waiting to evolve yourself to catch up. Okay, Silvio, you're waiting to evolve. Hey, Dwayne, what's happening? You're waiting to evolve yourself, right, Carmine, to catch up. If you're dealing with the same things over and over and over and over and over again, you're not evolving yourself. If you end up in the same type of relationships over and over and over again, you are not evolving yourself. If you end up where your eating ability, your habits, your health, minus a technical health problem, where you're up and down, gain, loss, it's because you're not evolving. Even if it's evolving to find a new person, a new expert, a new solution. I cannot sink this home enough. If you said to me, Mike, tell me what you learned after martial arts of over 3 decades, family, relationship, growing empires, selling empires. If you told me what's the number one thing you learned over the last 2 years, do you want to know it? Type in the chat bar, tell me. I'm going to tell you the number one thing. I believe I opened the treasure chest and solved it. I don't know why I solved it now. It's probably because I knew I had to solve it. I had to solve it because everything I did, like when I started CEO Warrior, it was to change a service industry because I had so many friends in the industry that were starving, broke, and struggling and not home with their families. After I changed that, I knew that the world needs people out there changing the world. Here's the thing I learned 2 years. People neglect evolving themselves. They do not invest in evolving themselves. They always invest in business and cars and toys and boats and vacation. A vacation does not create evolution. Very rarely. Going to Florida does not create an evolution. It is a temporary satisfaction mechanism. And most of the time, people come back from a vacation. I said this myself, so I got to be transparent. How many of you went on vacation, came back and said, you need a vacation from your vacation? Raise your hand. Be honest. Come on. Me too. Me too, Tim. I'm like, oh, that was great. Tim, it was easier going to work. It was easier to climb in a crawl space, man. Like, because there were so many things to navigate and this and that. It's temporary. So I told someone else tonight, I was like, you do not solve. Who's in a relationship? Raise 2 hands. Relationship. All right. A lot of people in a relationship. Okay. Some of you. Okay. If you're single, maybe type it. Maybe we'll get you in a relationship. We got to fix you up first, but then we'll do that. Here's the thing. Date night, just so you know, date night does not fix a relationship, everybody. It doesn't. I guarantee you, date night does not fix a relationship. Whoever's telling you that, they probably been through a couple marriages and it's not going there because there's no evolution. There's only Olive Garden or Red Lobster or Chipotle or sushi. Oh my God, you can't say the word sushi. Who eats sushi? Type in sushi. You cannot say the word sushi because it's like an embedded command. You must eat it in like 48 hours. There's something in the sushi or something. But if you spend time in a relationship, growing together, learning together, then you have evolution. Otherwise, you have Tylenol. Tylenol doesn't fix the problem. It just masks it for a little while. You're going to send me sushi, Sherry? Send me some sushi. No sesame, no nuts. Okay. So your ideal world here is the solution I learned over the last 2 years is you have to invest in your personal self. Now, I did that for all these years, but I didn't do it by design. It was by default because of the martial arts. It put me in that world, a lot of it. I would tell you, knowing what I know now, build your success of yourself by design. Design yourself. Write it down. Build a plan to design yourself. Going to change the game for you. If I could rewind time, I spoke to 350 people. A couple weeks, I'm going to speak to 1,100. All the time I'm speaking, I go, if you go back and change time, what would you change? And people give you the same BS answer all the time. Like, I wouldn't change anything because, it's what got me here. No, I would change a lot. I would have made different decisions. I would have invested in different things. I would have learned different things. Don't get caught up in this silly answer. People try to, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything. Really? Really? Come on now. No, when you can admit I would change it, that's what I learned and I would do it different next time. This is what I would do different, everybody. All right, type in excited if you got me a little bit, right? Dwayne, Jennifer Kirby, got me. Okay, just a little bit excited today. It's a little bit excited. It's like 8 o'clock at night. The neighbors probably hear me. Okay, so now what I want to talk about with you guys, we'll start getting ready to put a ribbon. Massive value, can I get a massive value in the chat bar? If it's not, like see if there's a middle finger like emoji or something. You can send me that. You won't offend me, I promise. I love you either way. So, okay, massive value. Okay, yeah, I'm sweating. I got to change my shirt after this. All right, so let me extend an opportunity for you guys. Not here to sell you anything. If it's a fit, cool. I want to tell you guys what I got going on. We have a Freedom Tribe. I have a whole bunch of Freedom Tribe members on here. I have some mastery level members. If you're a Freedom Tribe or mastery level member, can you type in the chat bar, Freedom Tribe or mastery? Here's something that we do. I'm super excited. We've been doing it for quite a while now. If you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, and if you know there's so much more in life besides just growing a business, and if you realize that you have to 20x yourself to 10x anything in life, then you're likely are thinking these couple things. I need to be around people who don't judge me. How many of you need to get around people who don't judge you because you're around people that are like, why are you working so late? Why are you on that training tonight? What are you doing in there? Can't you just be happy with what you have? Oh my goodness, right? And then, or you need the tools to grow your life, right? Or you need to figure out how to keep growing your business without letting the wheels of life fall off the bus. Let me give you another big lesson, huge lesson. How many of you have employees? Type in team in the chat bar. If you have employees, type in team. Yeah, a few. Let me explain what I learned, how good employees become bad employees. Their life spirals out of control. True? Tell me true. I could tell you. Guy, high efficiency worker, all of a sudden, not a good worker, bring him in. What's going on? Common. Fighting with my wife relationship. I'm getting divorced. I have a drug addiction, I got health problems. Life takes an amazing, now I had amazing employees. I had $1 million service experts, okay, that did plumbing and HVAC. That means they went out, sold the job, did the job, and brought $1 million to my company. We had 12 of them, okay? Now, they become not good employees when their life spirals out. Have any of you had a good client or customer turn into a bad customer? Like I had this, great customer, 10 years, did a big job, didn't pay, finally get in touch with him. Tell me what he tells me in the chat bar. What's he telling me when I go, man, what's going on? Why aren't you paying me? I'm getting divorced. Life problem kills everything. If you guys want to get team members to be amazing team members, get somewhere, maybe my world, maybe someone else's world, invest in their personal life. Okay. You need to focus on health. You need to elevate your relationship with your spouse because 10 years later, you're just not connected. You're disconnected, or maybe the passion's not there. The sexiness is not there. The affection is not there. The clarity is not there, right? Or you need to lead. And I hope you just pick, maybe this is just reminders for you like, oh man, maybe you're going, okay, I need to fix some of these things, right? And then you need to lead your family and be able to have times. It's so cool. My son's on here with us today, right? He trains, he coaches, he helps people. And you need to create a legacy style wealth. If you want legacy, type in legacy. Do you want legacy? Like, can you taste it? Legacy? Okay. And you need to move faster in life to achieve everything you want. You want to feel like you're just getting warmed up, right? I don't care what level of success you are, where you're at in life. I want you to feel like you're just not even warmed up yet. Okay. And so if any of you are interested in the Freedom Tribe, just so you know, it's not one of those things you can't swipe your credit card and you're in my world. It's a one-on-one interview process. You get on with me because I make sure we bring in good, caring family people who want to eventually in their lifetime make a difference in the world. I call them catalytic impactors, okay? We want to impact their life so they can be a catalytic impactor in the world and move mountains and help shift the world. That's what we want. So if you want to do that, you could do here. You could just email this. You also can type freedom in the chat bar and my team will pick it up. So if you want that, or Catherine, I think is still on there. So Jacob will make sure someone gets you teed up there. And then this part is cool, but I got to tell you something about it. So we do have an event coming up. It's in September. It's a waiting list already, and it's only members. Okay. It's only members. This is the actual house it's going to be at. A whole bunch of, if any of the Freedom Tribe members are already coming to this event, can you type in level up, Freedom Tribe or Mastery Levels? Chuck's like, all booked, I'm in, right? So those that are not booked, that are members, we're on a waiting list already, because the house, it's a big house, but it can't fit 50 people, right? So we're on a waiting list. But if somebody does join the Freedom Tribe and a spot opens up, we'll let you right in there. If not, you'll jump in right on the next one. It's really going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be amazing if you want to get on the waiting list. But otherwise, we have so much for the Freedom Tribe. We'll get you in. And if we could squeeze you in because someone pops out, we'll get you right in it. But I wanted to share it. So I'm super excited because anybody that's spent, well, first off, who in my world has spent time with me personally at like a 3-day event? Type in a word that lets everybody know, like, what's it like to spend 3 days with me? And like when I'm energy, life-changing, energy, intense. It's okay. Chuck. Okay. My son just documented that, Chuck. Your workout is going to be brutal, just so you know. Okay. It's going to be brutal. All right. So, and then I want to leave you with this here. And I want you to write this down. So chaos, right here we are. I love this picture. I love it. Chaos creates uncertainty. Control creates focus, and focus creates results, right? Chaos creates uncertainty. Control creates focus, which puts us in a state of life certainty. And that focus creates massive results, Okay, let me unshare this. What I'd love to do is if you guys could take a deep breath, because this was, you know how I roll. It's fast and furious. So take a deep breath, breathe out. There you go. And just take a minute and type in the chat bar, where are you feeling now? I don't want you to be motivated. F motivation. I want you to feel a sense of transformation and certainty. So tell me what's resonating with you and give me an action item you're going to do. Are you going to go in the free, let's type the free Facebook group again in there too. Are you going to go in there and watch the replay? You know, I always tell people, Stephen, Zach, I always tell people, like, watch the replay, put it on a slower speed. You'll catch everything, right? Because I move fast and furious. Or if you're faster, like if you're New Jersey, like you might be able to crank up. You know, is anybody else from New Jersey? Type in New Jersey. Like if you're Jersey or New York, you could probably crank the speed up. We could run a little quicker. There you go. Jack's like, yeah, we could, we could run a little quicker with that. And let's see what else we got here. Have a direction to help guide us in the controller. Okay. Yeah. Control the chaos, right? So you got some tools. Type in tools if you guys got some tools tonight. Need to create a personal plan. Yes, to coincide with my business plan. Yes, a life design. Optimize yourself. Okay, I'm going to give you another one to write down. Ready? In order to supersize anything, you have to superhuman yourself. In order to supersize anything, you want to make your relationship bigger and stronger, you have to supersize yourself. If it's not me, ask me for a referral. Maybe I'm not a fit for you. Like, I get it. I'm intense. I'm relentless. I'm a mover. And like, people in my world are hanging on to the velocity that's going forward. Like, if there's a door, I'm not waiting for somebody in my world. I will kick the door down. We all run in, right? I get it. But if I'm not your mojo, I hope you got value and you just hit me up and be like, hey man, you're too intense for me. Do you have a resource? I'll try to find somebody and serve you guys. Make sure you get the free book. Make sure you're in the Facebook group. And then for those of you interested in the Freedom Tribe, we'll set up a time. Please be patient on the schedule, okay? Because I got a whole bunch of scheduled things, but we'll get to you. My team will get you in the routine. They'll jump on, ask you some questions. We want to make sure you're right fit. I hope you enter my world. If not, that's cool too. Show up on everything, all right? And with that, I'm going to give you guys, thanks for doing this. You're so welcome, Tim. Thank you for showing up, right? Like, you guys showed up. That's step one. A lot of the world is like Netflixing and eating nachos and Doritos right now. You guys showed up to improve. It's so honorable to do that. Yeah, you're very welcome. Super excited that you guys are here. Grateful. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll play this music on the way out. I love you guys. Have a really, really amazing rest of your night, week, summer. I hope to see you inside the Freedom Tribe. Boom.